So one of your learners starts sharing his or her experience and begin dominating the class. The rest of the class is getting impatient and you are losing precious minutes to cover the content. Do you want to know how to control the situation without offending the learner? That is coming up next. You recognize that the learner is enthusiastic about the class and excited about the lesson, but the excessive sharing is making you feel a little anxious. You're concerned that your class might overrun as you are not done with what needs to be covered. So how do you manage this? Here's the first thing you need to decide. Is what the learner sharing useful? If you find that it is consistent with what you are teaching, then instead of cutting him or her off, you could facilitate the sharing to keep it on point. You could then recap the learning points mentioned and ask the rest of the class if they have anything to add in. At the end of it, acknowledge the whole class for their contributions. Now, what if the sharing was irrelevant or non-beneficial? How do you get him or her to stop without sounding mean? Here are a few tips. Acknowledge the learner's contribution and ask everyone to give him or her a round of applause. Apologize sincerely for cutting in, but explain that it is in the interest of everyone to complete in time. Offer a time, perhaps 15 minutes before the end of the class, for group sharing. Reassure the class that you are going to do everything you can to ensure that they get the best out of the class. Do you have your own tip on this that you'd like to share? We'll be really happy to hear it. Do write them down in the comments below. I hope you found this useful. Don't forget to like and share this video.
Whether you are just getting your feet wet in training or setting yourself up for a long-term career, First Aid Training is one of the best platforms available out there for you. First Aid Training has one of the most diverse coverage of topics, allowing you to gain exposure in teaching both theoretical and practical components. With the new SRFAC First Aid Instructor course, you can get national level certification in as little as 7 to 10 days. And you don't have to wait long before you get the opportunity for real-time exposure, because the program includes 4 days of supervised teaching in front of live audience. Now with up to 70% funding from SSG, up to $250 UTAP funding and eligibility for Skills Future credit, you get all the financial coverage you need to sign up. Come join us for the next run. Dial the number on your screen or go to firstaidinstructorcourse.sg for more details.